Aloha to you, to you, to you, to you. You're right here. And tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and just talk about a couple things. Here's our middle C, and our middle C is right in the middle. When we play a triad, no matter how we play that triad, we know that it's composed of a 1, 3, and a 5. The reason why we know this is a major third is because we absolutely know it's a minor second, plus another minor second, plus another minor second, and then another minor second. We would have 1, 2, 3, 4 minor seconds make a major third. Well, that means that 3 minor seconds, 1, 2, 3, make a minor third. Our 1, 5, and then a minor third make an ominous tone. Aloha. So when we use the 1, 3, 5, we have a major. When we flatten the median, it makes a minor chord. There are 2 other chords, a diminished and then an augmented. And we'll talk about those 2 chords later. But for this week, what we want to see is the progress of our thumb playing the 1, our pinky playing the 5, choosing the major third, and then not letting our 2 fingers get all confused. They don't have to do anything. They can just hang out there. And the practice and the scale of this exercise is just that. So watch my fingers here and look along on the page. The first note we see on the ledger line is the C. The second note, of course, is the major third away, the E. Notice that the E is the bottom note on the line. It's the note sandwiched in between the other 2 lines. However, it definitely is the bottom line on the treble clef. The pinky is residing on the G note, which absolutely is the treble clef's signature clef, G. Between the C, E, and G, we get our first triad. Notice that the treble clef, the high notes, and then the bass notes that are below middle C are played together because they're stacked. There are 6 notes in total. The bottom note is a C played with our pinky. The second note that's stacked on top of that is an E, which is right before the F note, which is what the bass clef is in, but that's not part of our chord. The note right after the F line is the G space. Notice how the notes on the bass clef and the notes on the treble clef are the same 7 diatonic notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but there is no F sharp in this key, or F. The first 2 triads we make are a C major, and it moves from the C major, and both of our fingerings in both hands move up to play the F and the A note. That's our second grouping of 2 triads. The next grouping is going to go back and revert to the original triads, the C majors. Our next chord structure, still built off of triads, keeps the G note on the top hand and keeps the G note on the bottom hand, and then moves both of its harmonies to the left to play a B note and a D note, and then strongly resolves back to the 1, 3, 5 in both hands. Notice how these are chordal. Just play the first measure. This week, practice your C major scale with your 3 notes and then your finger under, and then play your C major down with a crossover of your 3rd finger. Remember, 5 notes away is a G. G major, C to G is a perfect 5th. But when you put the G on the bottom end, the distance is a perfect 4th. This is something to remember. Try and play G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. And next week, we're going to work on the same idea with the C major, but we're going to do it in G. We're going to discuss why we use the F sharp rather than using the F natural, and why we use it in correlation with our 1 chord, our 2 chord, our 3 chord, our 4 chord, our 5 chord, our 6 chord, and then the aforementioned F sharp diminished, which will lead us into understanding why a diminished resolves right back to the 1. I enjoyed seeing you today. I'll see you next week.